What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is the second part or second episode of beginner Tinkercad tutorials. So if you haven't seen the first video and you're brand new to Tinkercad, go watch the first video. We made a screwdriver holder that you can screw into your wall and it'll hold your screwdrivers. Very simple. So we're also going to do another very simple design, and I'm going to also kind of gear this toward first time ever users. So if you're very new, that is what this video is going to be about. Okay, so we are at the dashboard for Autodesk Tinkercad. So like I said before, create your free account so it saves all your designs, because this is just an online program. You don't have to download it. So it's just online. So after you create an account, you could go to here to create. We're going to go to 3D design. And here we go. We're back at the main dashboard, or whatever you would call it. So today, last time we made and printed out a screwdriver holder, and it was a very easy project, and we're going to do another really easy one, and I will gear this toward very first timers also. So this time we're going to do a soap dish. I think it's a very simple thing, and you can do variants on it and make it your own or how you want, and it's kind of hard to screw up because it's just a dish that holds soap. So let's go ahead and start with a shape. So let's start with, kind of thinking if I want to start with, well, there's a few ways to do it, I guess. Here, let's first start with this. Let's start with a cylinder. We're going to have it have 64 sides. So once again, that kind of keeps the edges smooth, so it doesn't have so many facets on the sides. Let's just, without holding shift, we're just going to kind of stretch it like this. And we're going to stretch it into the shape of a soap dish, kind of. So let's see, I wanted about 4 inches at least. So this is in millimeters. So a 25 millimeters is about 1 inch. So 4 inches, is that too small? Let's do 5 inches. So let's have it be 125 millimeters long this way. So you can just change it by clicking on this. And see, I could change it to 120 or 125. There we go. The width, we'll probably just estimate. I feel like it needs to be a little... Do we feel like it needs to be a little wider? So see, I just click these squares, and then it leaves these numbers up there. So let's do 75 wide. That'll be 3 inches wide. I still wonder if that's gonna be wide enough. Let's go 4 inches wide. Maybe I'll have a big bar of soap. Oh goodness. Okay, see, I'm just making it up as I go. Let's go down a little bit. Let's go to 80 millimeters. 85? There. I like that shape. So this time, see, I'm just making it up as I go, and that's the beauty of it. So if you just think in your head, hey, I need a soap dish, you can jump on Tinkercad and just get started. So now let's cut a dip into it. So let's, what should we do? Let's grab a circle and let's kind of stretch it out into, see, by dragging these corners, you can stretch it out into a shape that you want. Once again, we can, this where it says steps, we can crank that up so it's kind of the smoothest circle possible. Let's just hover this over here and see how we got to raise it up. So hold Control and arrow up, and that'll click it up. And in this case, we're going to be cutting, we want to cut a hole down into this tray. So this circle, we want to select this. This is the hole, I guess it's called, but I call it like a cut shape. So see, it makes it transparent. And let's see, we can make this a little taller so you can always stretch up on stuff. See, woo. So let's make it kind of chunky like this. Okay, I'm gonna hold Control and arrow down, and see we're kind of cutting. We got to put it where we want it. So let's center it. So let's use our technique that we learned in the last video, where you just hold down the left mouse button, and anything that's inside that red square will get selected. So watch, it'll select everything. It just selected our two objects. And let's use the Align tool up here. And now we can click and align the two objects by clicking this. See how it moved it? And click this one, it'll align it the other way. Watch. There. So now look, it's perfectly centered in there. And it looks like we should have made this a little bigger. Let's make it bigger. And I'm going to align it again. See, it just takes a second. There. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Is it sticking through the bottom? We don't want the bottom to be too thin. Let's see how close it is to the bottom by... We can just go like this and watch for it to pop through. Okay, so see it popped through the bottom there? So let's go up a millimeter. So that'll be... We want it thicker than that on the bottom. So I'm going to go up at least 2 more millimeters. So I know it doesn't have too thin of a bottom down there. I'll go up 1 more actually. So it'll probably be like 3.5 millimeters. Okay, you know what? Now we can, let's see what it looks like. I selected both. There's another way to select the objects separately if you didn't watch the other video. You can hold down Shift. I mean, if you just want to select one object, you don't hold down nothing. You just click on it. So see, we can select these separately because we have 2 objects right now. But if you hold down Shift, you can one by one select what you want or unselect. So see, now we have both selected. That's another way to select them. And then we just hit this group button. I call it combine. So if you hear me say combine, I also mean group. I'll try to start saying group. So let's group these 2 objects together, because this transparent one's going to cut a hole in our tray. Here we go. Boop. There we go. Look at that. Wow. Well, and done. Now we could do it. We got to add some features. Okay. Wow, that was easy. So that's actually kind of nice. Okay. Let's see. One thing we should add is a drain hole. So I think I'd want a drain hole. So, well, do we want a drain hole? No, I don't want a drain hole. So if you wanted to, you could add a drain hole. I'll show you how I do that. I always set these objects off to the side first. Otherwise, it tries to set them on the plane that you're working, which can be helpful. But in this case, I'm trying to cut a hole through it. So we're going to grab this cut cylinder, and we're going to crank the sides all the way up. And we don't want this big of a hole. That would be silly. So let's do like a 2 millimeter hole. See, 2 millimeter by 2 millimeter. See how skinny it is now? So see, we could put that right in the middle. And once again, we could use the Align tool like we did before and align it. There, now it's right in the center. So we could have a little drain hole. But I don't want a drain hole. I actually probably am going to use this because we're going to print this out. I don't want a drain hole because it might get soap scum all over my edge of my sink. Some people might want it, whatever. Don't matter. I'm going to do is I'm going to add some little raised spheres or bumps so the soap stays out of the bottom moisture. I'll show you what I mean. So let's grab a circle. We're going to shrink it down. So if you don't hold Shift and you want to shrink it, it'll morph it all over like this. It's hard to get it to stay in a circle. Here's the undo button. You can always use this. This will be your best friend. So undo. But if you want it to uniformly get smaller or bigger, just hold down the Shift button. before you start doing this. Watch. So now, see, now it's uniformly getting bigger and smaller. And you can do that with any object. We could do it with this. So see, we can make a tiny little soap dish or huge. I'll put it back to where it was. Okay, so let's make some little spheres like, I don't know. Let's just try it. Oops! See, whenever you mess up like that, just hit the undo. Okay, so we can drag this over here. Yeah, I kind of want some little bumps sticking up like this. We can change their color at any time, but I'm going to hit Control down arrow to move it down a little, one more. Oops, it's sticking through the bottom. Okay. We can either cut that off. Yeah, that's fine. I'll show you guys how to cut that off. Okay, let's position a few of these bumps where we want to. So what we could do is just hit this duplicate button, because I'm going to put a few of them in here. So let's hit duplicate and slide this over. And in this case, I'm just going to kind of eyeball. I'm going to eyeball these. Okay, I'm going to click off of them. Okay, watch this now. Well, let's see. Do we like this? I think that's about even. Yeah, that's good. Okay, we could do something like this. So I'm going to hold Shift so we can select both of them. And now watch, we can hit duplicate. And let's slide this down a little. They look like they're sticking up more, but that's just because the dish is shallower there. Now let's hit duplicate one more time, and it'll move them over again, the same amount. There we go. That's cool. Ooh, actually, I know how we can center these now. Okay, let's select everything. So see, I dragged the arrow or the square over everything. Let's make them all the same color. What color should we do? This is a good color. Okay, let's select all of these bumps. Is it working? Maybe it was easier to see before. Okay, we have all 6 bumps selected. Let's group them together. Okay, now maybe we should have them be a different color for now. Okay, now all these objects are grouped together. So see, now I can move them anywhere I want. But just to make sure they're in this array of bumps is in the center, let's do our aligning. So I selected everything, which is just 2 objects now, because we made them 6 into 1. So let's hit the align tool, and then we just hit this one and this one. There. Now these are centered. So that's nice. Let's see. So now that's kind of how I want it. What should we add anything else? Let's see. This little top rim, I see a really sharp rim right here. See this edge right here? I don't think that's going to print very cleanly. I just don't see that printing real nice on that sharp edge. I think we need to get rid of that sharp edge. And I'm just trying to think of the best way to do that. Are these combined yet? No, they're not. Okay. Let's try something. So see, we can experiment. So down here, see, I'm messing around on the right. Let's see what happens if we take this ring. So see, you can use these things too, these rings. We're gonna give it as many sides as possible so it's smooth. Let's see what this would look like if we, maybe this, I see. I don't know if this is gonna, let's see, I was thinking we could do like a ring around the top, but Well, just bear with me. Let me see what that would look like if we... You know what I'm saying? Is this weird? Okay, let's stretch it out. Oh, maybe it won't be too weird. Okay, let's see. Let me center it. Okay, let's make it a little smaller. So see, I don't use these that often. So the radius, that's how thick I think the... Yeah, oh, I see. Okay, not the radius, the tube. So it's 0.67 millimeters. Let's change it to 0.5. There we go. I like that better. And let's see what kind of, yeah. It's actually not so bad. So see, we got rid of, let's change it to the same color. What color is that other color? There? There, that ain't bad. So see, we got rid of that. That's one way to get rid of that little edge that I didn't like. We could either move this down and see if it looks better. Okay. Oh, we can move it up. Does it look better when it's up? I think it fits in a little better if it's down. Not that far down though, does? Or that's... Ooh, okay. Over here you can change the amount that you move everything. So we were moving everything a millimeter at a time, but I'm going to move everything a 1/10 of a millimeter. So now we can go up a tiniest little bit. There. Okay. Yeah, I think we're pretty good there. I think this is good. Here, let's make it all one color now. What's a good soap dish color? I'll probably be printing it blue because that's what I have. Well, I'm not sure what I'll print it. Okay, we're about done. What I always do is I peek underneath and oh, yep, see, there's the little bumps are sticking out from our little razors, you know, or like the little razor bumps to keep the soap off. They're sticking out the bottom. We don't want that, so we got to snip them off. We want a really flat, perfectly flat bottom. And what I do to just get a flat bottom on here, let me center it a little, is just select this transparent square and just make it as big as your whole model, and then grab this center square here. This is usually what you grab to make it taller, see? But instead, we're going to actually pull it down underneath the object. See how you can make it stretch down underneath? And it's actually cutting it perfectly flat off at the bottom when you do that. So just pull it down a little bit, and you'll see our little lumps sticking down are definitely in the cutout area. So now let's just select everything and hit the group. Boop. Okay, and it'll process. It'll take a while to process once you start getting lots of parts to your build. See, look, it snipped them off. So we're good to go. So now we have our completed soap dish, and we're just going to go to export. Oops, let's first name it, because look, it gives you a random generated name. So let's just do soap dish. Okay. Oh, that was mine. Did you see that notification? Was that Taco Bell? Ooh, they better have a good coupon for me. Okay, export. Let's export this. We're going to choose, you could do OBJ or STL. They both work for most slicers. I do STL. Yeah, and we're just going to save it. And then we can open it up in our slicer and print it out. So I'll print it out and we'll take a look at it and see if a bar of soap fits in it. Good job, you guys. I hope you followed along. Subscribe, because this is a brand new channel. I'm going to post a lot of these little tutorials, and we'll do some really advanced, awesome models if we get some subscribers and some momentum to make it worth it, I guess. So we're starting with 0 subscribers. on the last video. I'm going to post a few videos all at once. So please subscribe and hit the like button, and I will keep posting more and more videos. And we will design stuff, print it out, and see how awesome it is. So, all right, we'll print this out and show it to you in just a second. And there we go. It's done. Wow, this has actually turned out really cool. I really like this filament. It's like a dual colored. So see, from this angle it looks blue. And from this angle it looks red. Is that crazy? Yeah, it's a bicolored pearlescent filament. But anyway, look at how nice our soap dish is. This thing's actually great. Just such a simple idea or design, and I really like it. So let's go, I'll see if I can find a bar of soap, and let's test it out and see if a bar of soap fits in it. Be right back. All right, look it. I found a bar of Old Spice. My voice is probably kind of echoey in here because it's a bathroom. Look at this. Oh, look, well, it ain't too bad. Wow, I guess this bar is kind of big. Well, there we go. So now if you guys make it, hey, it displays it kind of nice. It doesn't quite fit all the way in, so we could have printed it a little bit bigger. So see, that's kind of a good test. But actually, it displays it kind of nice. I kind of like that, actually. It holds it up. Okay, this was awesome. I like this. I'm going to leave this one right out here. It's kind of fun because you can make useful stuff that you're actually going to use. So, all right, guys, hey, hit subscribe if you like this sort of thing, and I'll keep making more videos. If I notice that you guys are supporting the channel, I'll keep them coming often. So like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.